Hello my dear students. In today's video class, let us learn about the mechanisms of polymerization reactions. We have already discussed that polymerization reaction takes place in two ways, either by addition polymerization or by condensation polymerization. Addition polymerization is also called chain polymerization method. So, chain polymerization or chain growth polymerization is a polymerization technique where the unsaturated monomer molecules add onto the active site of the growing polymer chain one at a time. So, there is an initiator involved. Suppose the initiator is attacking a monomer, it adds on to the active site forming a active monomer. Now this active monomer adds on with another monomer to give you a dimer. The dimer can attack the dimer which is activated with the initiator adds on with a new monomer to form a trimer. Like this the chain growth proceeds. That is why it is also called, this addition polymerization is also called chain growth polymerization. Chain polymerization is a rapid process and here we don't see any product elimination. Whereas in condensation polymerization there is elimination of small groups as byproducts. Now coming to the classification or of addition or chain polymerization, this addition polymerization can take place in two ways, either by free radicals or by ions. If the addition polymerization is taking place with the help of free radicals, that polymerization is called free radical polymerization. If the addition polymerization is taking place with the help of ions, then we call it as ionic polymerization. In the case of ions, it can take place with the help of cations or anions. If the mechanism is proceeding with the help of cations, that polymerization is called cationic polymerization, and that reaction which is proceeding with the help of anions is called anionic polymerization. Suppose consider this is a molecule and this is the chemical bond between the covalent bond which is found in between the two atoms. Now we already know a bond is formed by sharing of two electrons. If this bond is undergoing homolytic fission, there is equal sharing of the two electrons by both the atoms, resulting in the formation of free radicals. So free radical is a single atom with a odd electron and it is highly active species. Suppose AB is another molecule which is formed by a covalent bond shared by a pair of electrons, and if it is undergoing heterolytic fission, there is unequal sharing, unequal breaking of the bond, resulting in the formation of a cation and an anion. A cation is one which doesn't have electron at all, but anion is one which is taking both the shared pair of electrons with itself. So its heterolytic fission results in the formation of a cation and an anion. If the polymerization reaction is taking place using this free radical, that mechanism is called free radical polymerization reaction, and if it is taking place with the help of either of these ions, it is called ionic polymerization reaction. In today's video class, let us learn about free radical polymerization in detail. Free radical polymerization takes place in three steps. The first step is initiation, the second step is propagation, And the third step is termination. Initiation involves two stages. One is formation of free radicals. So, free radicals are generated by initiators by the action of heat on them. Suppose, let us take acetyl peroxide. This compound is acetyl peroxide. CH3COO single bond COO CH3. So this acetyl peroxide by the action of heat undergoes homolytic fission, or the bond breaks here, resulting in the formation of two acetate radicals, or it forms two CH3COO dot. On further heating, there is evolution of carbon dioxide resulting in the formation of two alkyl radicals, which is represented as 2R dot. One R stands for CH3. Similarly, benzoyl peroxide also can act as initiator. The formula for benzoyl peroxide is C6H5 COO single bond COO C6H5. Just like this acetyl peroxide, benzoyl peroxide also undergoes homolytic fission due to the action of heat. So while heating, this bond breaks, resulting in the formation of C6H5 COO dot. So two radicals are formed like that. On further heating, there is evolution of carbon dioxide, resulting in the formation of two C6H5 dot, which is represented as 2R dot. This is the story behind free radical generation. So that is the first stage in initiation. So the first stage in initiation is formation of free radicals. The second stage is addition of this free radical to the first monomer. So the free radical adds on to the first monomer to form a chain initiating species. So during this attack of the free radical with the monomer, there is breaking up of the double bond. So when this double bond breaks, it becomes a single bond. When one bond is breaking, one electron moves here to bond this R with this compound here. Other electron moves out here, generating the chain initiating species. So these are the two stages in initiation step. The second step is propagation. Propagation involves growth of the chain. So here what the chain initiating species reacts with the monomer, forming a longer chain. Okay, during this reaction also, we can see the double bond is breaking and one electron is moved out here to form the bond here. The other electron moves out, forming the growing end. Again, this growing chain further attacks with another monomer to form a long growing chain. This long chain is called the living polymer. This long chain is called the living polymer. The reaction proceeds like that by adding new monomers stage by stage, forming a longer living polymer. So this is what that is taking place in propagation. The third step is termination. Termination can take place. Termination is the end of the reaction or closure of the reaction, which occurs in two ways. One is coupling and the other one is disproportionation. In coupling, we can see two living polymers or two living chains coupled together, or two radicals coupled together to form a dead polymer. Now here we don't find any radicals, so the product is a dead polymer. So this is one way of ending the reaction. The other method of termination is disproportionation. In disproportionation, there is a transfer of a hydrogen atom from one radical center. There is transfer of hydrogen atom from one radical center to another radical center, forming two macromolecules. So two macromolecules are formed, one being a unsaturated dead polymer and the other one is a saturated. Unsaturated means it is having a double bond. Why this double bond is formed? Because of the movement of the hydrogen from here to this radical center. So when there is movement out of there is elimination of hydrogen out from here, a double bond is formed. So this disproportionation results in the formation of two dead polymers, where one is a unsaturated macromolecule, the other one is a saturated macromolecule. So this is how the free radical mechanism takes place. Suppose a question is asked like this: explain the free radical mechanism for polyvinyl chloride. If they mention the name of the compound, then we can replace in all these reactions, we have to replace this Y by Cl. Just replace Y by Cl in all the steps, in initiation, propagation, termination, everywhere. The monomer, instead of Y, the atom can be replaced by Cl and you can write the same mechanism. Suppose if they are asking to write the mechanism of a free radical mechanism in ethylene, replace this Y by H. So wherever we are putting Y, we can replace it by H. That is the free radical mechanism for ethylene. Let us see the free radical polymerization mechanism in one more example, that is polystyrene. So already we know free radical polymerization takes place in three steps. First one is the initiation, where the monomer reacts with the free radical, forming the chain initiating species. So this is styrene, this is the monomer styrene, which is reacting with the free radical, forming the chain initiating species. That is the first step. Second step is propagation. The chain initiating species reacts with the monomer, with another fresh monomer, to form a long chain. This long chain again reacts with another monomer to form a longer chain. So this is called the living polymer. This growing chain is called the living polymer. The growth continues until all the monomers are added to form the longer polymer, longer living polymer. The third step is the termination, where the reaction has to come to an end. So in termination process, there is a coupling of two radicals, a free radical with a growing chain to end the reaction, or two growing chains can couple, or the two free radicals can couple or bond and then end up the reaction, resulting in the formation of dead polymers. That's it. This is the mechanism of free radical polymerization. Thank you for watching.